Listen, if you're planning to bank with Wells Fargo, or if you're currently banking with Wells Fargo, you might want to check out this video and watch it to the end so that you don't end up like she did and get scammed out of $25,000. Check this out.
Hi, I'm Taylor, and I am posting my story about the Wells Fargo fraud scams that are going on because I just spent about 20 minutes going through all of these on TikTok, and I know that I'm not alone, and I'm in a situation where I feel helpless, and I feel like so victimized and so vulnerable, and I'm hoping that just sharing this will help because Wells Fargo has not been helpful whatsoever. So on Thursday, I got a call that actually came up on my phone as an 800 number from Wells Fargo, and this person was a scammer impersonating Wells Fargo. When I got on the phone with them, they told me that someone in San Antonio, Texas, had my driver's license and a debit card with my name on it and was going into a branch in San Antonio, Texas, and they were trying to attempt a wire transfer in person. So the person impersonating Wells Fargo on the phone asked me if that was me, and I told them, no, I'm not in San Antonio, Texas. And so they said, okay, hold on, like, we're gonna block this call, blah, 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 or block this transfer from happening. So I'm on hold with him, and then he comes back on and says that this same person, has now gone to another branch in San Antonio and is attempting to wire transfer another $18,000 something, and that the Wells Fargo branch in San Antonio had flagged it now because it's the same person that was in a different branch in San Antonio, and they flagged it as suspicious behavior. So he told me that in order for us to stop the wire transfers from happening, that I needed to log into my online banking and deny those transfers. So again, I thought that I was talking to someone from Wells Fargo this entire time, and what happened was he successfully got on into my Wells Fargo banking app while we were on the phone together, and had me, what I thought was canceling the wire transfers was actually sending the wire transfers. And I obviously was in a very vulnerable state in that point. I have never done a wire transfer in my life, so I didn't know what it was and how to do it. Yeah. So then the guy continues to go on to tell me that this person in San Antonio, Texas, has been arrested, that the police were called to this branch, and that they had put him in handcuffs, and that he read me off a case number that was coming from the San Antonio police, and that they would be reaching out to me in a few days to see if I wanted to press charges on this person. So through that all, I had wire transferred this scammer, who I thought was Wells Fargo, $25,000 from my small business bank account.
Man.
So after I got off the phone with him thinking that I just stopped a wire transfer from happening and that this person that was attempting to be me in Texas was arrested, I suddenly had this gut feeling that I didn't think that was my bank. And so I called Wells Fargo within 5 minutes of getting off that call with the person that scammed me $25,000. And basically, Wells Fargo was useless right off the bat. They asked me if I had changed my username and my password. I said, of course, I've already done that. So they send me through 3 to 4 different people that I'm supposed to be talking to file a claim. And when I got to the fraud department, the first thing this lady said to me was like, how is this fraud? And I said, I'm sorry, what? Like, someone just called me impersonating you and sent $25,000 out of my bank account, and this isn't fraud? And then she was like, oh, okay, let me file a claim. So she proceeds to file a claim, and basically is extremely rude and unhelpful. And I said, can you help me understand what this claim is? What is this doing? And so she told me that their hope that they put a recall on the funds, but I had already seen the funds leave my bank account, and that they're going to be opening an investigation, that they're going to be looking into it further to see if I can get my money back. And I said, well, what happens if, what are the possibilities of me getting my money back? And she's like, well, I don't know. Like, it might just be a wash. Like, just a wash. Okay. Like, as if just losing $25,000 from someone scamming me is a wash.
Wow.
So all that to say, that was entirely unhelpful. I literally have not heard an update from them since Thursday. I called them again yesterday. Today is Saturday. I called them again yesterday asking for an update. They gave me the same fucking runaround of, oh, well, the investigation has been open, but we have no updates. And that's pretty much where I'm at after listening to stories here on TikTok. I know that I'm not alone in this, which, like, in a sickening way is, like, comforting to know that, like, people have gone through what I've gone and, like, know how I'm feeling, because it's a really shitty, vulnerable, raw place. And that's, money I worked so hard for, being a small business owner. And it's just helpless. It's a helpless feeling. And what I do know now, after going through and listening to other people's stories, is that if I'm not advocating for myself, Wells Fargo sure as fuck isn't going to advocate for me. I have put in different claims and, filed everything with my local police department, with the FBI, IC3, online crimes. I've done everything I can at this point, and I am just kind of sitting here waiting for Wells Fargo to get back to me. But I know that if I don't be on their ass about this and contact them every single day and demand answers, that nothing is going to happen. So
Thanks.
I just want to share this story so that this just keeps coming out and out about how horrible this situation is and how common this happens, and how $25,000 is just gone in the blink of an eye, and that, Wells Fargo isn't doing much, in my opinion, to even fight for this. So I will fight for this until I get justice.
What are your thoughts on this? I do not blame her for breaking down the way she did in the video, because what would you do if you lost $25,000 and there's nothing they can do about it? What would you do? This is crazy. I wish her the best, man, but dang, man. If you bank with Wells Fargo, you might want to tighten it up or maybe move a couple of them funds around, because this ain't the first time I heard somebody say some stuff like this. It's either people are stealing their whole accounts. This is a different way that they did it, but usually, people money just be going missing in Wells Fargo when nobody can tell you why. Or Wells Fargo, sorry. But yeah, if you got your money in there, you might want to watch this video and go move some stuff around.